Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Metal Hellsinger on Rocket Rabbit Commentaries. And in this episode, we'll be going into Gehenna, one of the more mid-game levels of Metal Hellsinger. So we're gonna run Perfectionist and Unyielding Fury. Okay.
I realize that Sinner and Singer are spelled almost exactly the same.
Yes, they are.
Except Singer has a G instead of an N.
And so I kept this loading screen on here a bit too long. I'm sorry.
Oh, we got something to read.
A little bit, you know.
I know what you're thinking.
Hierophant.
In fact, Hell was thinking it too. You can't lose that bad 4 times in a row and think winning is in your future.
Well,
oh, come on. The Lions are
twice.
very much a team that can come back from a 5-game win loss streak.
Huh.
But what would it mean? Maybe the unknown takes the throne of the judge.
That is not something that she wants.
Maybe worse. No one was sure. But that memory of mine about her, Flash, made me sure about one thing.
There were very spiky demons around.
The old wasn't going to be...
Get another pair of glasses, or maybe a cloth to wipe this dust off so that things stop looking sepia/black and white tone.
Well, then it gets complicated. I knew the end was coming.
My orders are to safeguard the Hells.
And I do a decent job at it until about an hour ago. So yeah, the Red Judge sacrifices Malachi in order to do a thing. Very specifically, send a messenger dove.
Just like the wine-winged dove sings the song, says I should sing it. Oh, oh, oh.
Yeah, but Stevie Nicks didn't actually have to meet angels in combat, so...
It is possible that even some of the most hellacious singers in the halls of fame of rock and roll in the United States may have been in touch with angels, and those angels, well, may have found themselves in bed with the devil.
Alright, so welcome to the Desert of Cinders, also known as Gehenna. Gehenna is the level that we're actually in. The song is actually a poetry of Cinder, and it's an okay song. It's not one that I actually go and listen to on my own, though.
Soul of Cinder.
Nah, Cloud, we're not gonna do Soul Calibur 2, mostly because the Edgemaster mode for that takes so fucking long. Ugh.
Huh, this guy looks familiar.
Well, they should. Again, we've encountered all these enemy types already.
Well, that's why in the cutscene I saw that the Red Judge was sacrificing Malachi, and I thought to myself, big deal. There's like a freaking billion of those dudes.
Oh, you think that Malachi's a bruiser class demon?
He looked like a bruiser class. He's got the
does.
stupid greasy, the greasy hair, the ogreish face, the hood.
The hunch. Hey,
the hunch.
Creator Being.
Yeah. This guy's hat is even more evil looking.
Melee kill in order for full health. Woohoo! There are combo extenders placed around pretty much every combat arena that you come across. And they're useful, certainly. Here's a new enemy type for us, though. Angels. They are casters. And that they are flying casters, and that is effectively all they are. They've got 2 different attacks. They have the blue light laser, and then they have the blue light explosion. And yeah, they're about, as annotations Gerdat mentions here, they're about as strong as normal damned, which is why they're not really that big of a threat for me.
Right. not that strong as long as you take them out quickly.
Yeah.
When you ignore them, then they become a serious problem.
They can be a
synergy
serious problem. They usually aren't, to be perfectly honest, because again, they have very limited. They are very limited in their health pool. So we took down another stalker. A small thing that I noticed last part that I don't usually notice while gameplay is that while you're actually on 16x combo, your weapons are actually it's while you have your ultimate charge. Your weapons will actually glow to further indicate to you that yes, you got access to your ultimate now if you want to use it.
Yeah, I would say that making your weapon glow is more effective than just having this little segment of screen, one that's off-center, albeit. Because your weapons do take up quite a bit of screen space.
They do. Melee the Angel. Mwaha.
Lunge.
Unknown leaves the angels and demons dead behind her.
Hell yeah.
Hello, Prophet.
We'll leave the angels in tatters. We'll leave the demons in splatters.
And we'll use the exploding rocks to do it all. I have explained the exploding rocks already, yes?
They explode when you hit them.
Yes, not only do they explode when you hit them, but it's very easy to recoup missing a multiplier with the exploding rocks, assuming that you get at least more than one target. It is also viable specifically against the bruisers to use them because they deal explosive area damage, so they can actually inflict the bruisers with stagger, allowing for easier kills of them.
Stagger, interrupt attack, exploit moment of opportunity. Break the pots.
Specifically because the pots, although aren't all that important in general, do actually make it so that you can build up your combo gauge whilst not in combat.
Huh.
There are specific kill combos that involve you going after destructible environment pieces for your normal rotation. I forget if you get ultimate build for doing those. I assume you do. The game very much wants you to pretty much always have max health, max combo, and max ultimate as you're going through it, in order to figure out what resources is best for the current moment, in order to build up your score. And it tries very hard to actually tell you what sequence of commands will actually get you to all of that. But it specifically only really does that on your first playthrough. It's actually very bad at tutorializing after your first playthrough. But mostly because it feels like, well, you've already played through the game once. We've already thrown all these tutorial messages at you. You just gotta go find them again. But they aren't actually in the missions anymore. Yeah.
Missing just one little tutorial prompt can really make the difference between a first playthrough and a second playthrough. Like, you pick the game up the second time, you realize, oh, that makes a lot of sense. If only I did that the first time I played this game. I imagine you're at liberty to make a tremendous number of mistakes because you don't have to take a game over if you don't want to. If you run out of health, you sacrifice some score. That is not entirely
true, actually. You have a limited amount of lives, even on normal mode. I believe the limit is 3, and it becomes a glaring issue during the final boss fight, specifically phase 1 of the final boss fight, which we will get to eventually. I have problems.
You can only take at best a maximum of 2 death penalties, and then yeah.
You can die twice. You can die twice before you end up at a forced game over. And I'm okay with that, to be perfectly honest. I normally don't actually like having a life system, and to be perfectly honest, the life system barely actually registers on normal mode until the final fight. But if you do die, you do start. If you do get a game over, you do start the entire level over.
Precisely.
Which
yes,
is annoying,
that is the
but
nature of the game over.
Given the fact that each of our levels are only about 10 minutes long, at least on a skilled playthrough, it's not honestly as bad as I would as I would complain about.
Look at a game over as an opportunity to get your opening down pat. It's because your opening, it can, hell, if many are the times when I botch an opening in a game, I just say, nope, I'm going to start over and try it again. And I'm going to keep trying until I get my ideal opening.
Hello, Angel.
Because this is a good game we're talking about. You can restart the level from the start menu.
Yes, you can. There are video games that don't allow you to do that, and that is bullshit.
Well, games that autosave.
Well, autosave is usually a convenience for the player that I am entirely supportive of. But there are instances where autosave can screw over the player. I remember specifically an instance where I don't even think this was an autosave issue. I think this was a manual save issue, where my dad was playing Return to Castle Wolfenstein 3D, and he ended up doing either an autosave or a manual save as an instant death trap was collapsing on him unknowingly, and he got permanently stuck there.
Well, okay, like mid-action, autosaves that occur in the middle of action.
That is a thing that games have strayed away from doing, and I'm thankful for it. Although the player can still force those, if they are willing to gamble with placement specifically.
And let me guess, the aspect is going to be hovering above that pit in the middle.
For a good portion. Now, to be perfectly honest, the platforming elements of this particular fight are very much downplayed on normal mode. I don't know if they get amplified at all on the higher difficulties. But I will say specifically that at least for normal, the platforming aspects of this fight are, you can more or less ignore them, to be perfectly honest. Like, while you're standing on this platform, it is slowly sinking into the lava. And then, one of the things that the aspect does is summon this gust of wind in order to force you onto the platform. But what you can also do while the gust of wind is playing is, dash with the gust of wind in order to, get additional distance.
Then you resist the gust of wind, you close the distance between yourself and aspect, and blow its freaking head off with perception.
Yeah. As Annotations Gerdat mentions here, the only really difficult part about this fight on normal mode specifically is the fact that her homing rounds go skyward first, and then you have to figure out hi pause, and then you have to figure out how best to deal with them whilst they are raining down on you.
You're telling me that Paz is a little shrunken head skull that you just carry around on your waist, and he's been there this whole time?
Not the whole time, but yeah. Again, we skipped the tutorial level, so we weren't actually privy to the tutorial level cutscene that overly explained it. But yeah, Paz is in fact one of our weapons. He is a weapon I am not comfortable using, but he is a weapon that we have.
A loquacious one at that.
He's only somewhat loquacious. I mean, he does shut up during a majority of the combat encounters. It's only during transitions and cutscenes that we actually get to hear the things that he has to say.
I find it amusingly appropriate that because the premise of our character is that we are a singer, that at least some entity on her person actually has a voice and speaks. Because this entire game so far, we have not heard a peep out of Unknown.
And that's because the Red Judge stole our voice.
Oh yeah, I forgot of that part.
Yeah, it's the inciting incident for the campaign, Mr. Cloud.
So when Unknown finally gets her voice back, the first words out of her mouth are going to be to Paz, and she's going to say, "Shut the hell up."
Actually, we never hear the Unknown speak at all in this game. I understand it's a bit of a spoiler, but yeah, the Unknown has no lines.
So, at the end of Streets of Rage 3, you get to see Blaze Fielding's cleavage. You're telling me that you play through the entirety of Metal Hellsinger and you don't even get to hear the Unknown speak?
That is correct.
Damn it. Like, damn it to hell. Yeah, it's alright. We got enough vocal accompaniment throughout the game, really, to take your eye off the ball, saying it would have been nice that the Unknown does get that one little joy at the end, like a little something for the player saying, hey, were you expecting this? You're going to get it. I guess it could be worse.
It could be much worse, to be perfectly honest. It could be a less good game.
Well, that also would really suck if it was a bad game and then it doesn't even give you the thing you were after if you beat it. You know, like satisfaction.
Alright, we are almost done here. Persephone, this final segment of her health away.
And reassembles the platforms. She does a little dance, makes a little love, gets down tonight. The winds are pushing us into the fire. But because she only has a sliver of health left, we get 500,000 bajillion points.
Alright, and that was Gehenna, which is more or less A level in this game. Only a 36% at 16 times fury. But we did score over 9 million points. Haha. Alright, everyone, be safe.